Hey everybody, it's the Boxing Genius TV, and today I'll be breaking down probably two of the heaviest hands in the middleweight division of boxing. So it's Julian Jackson versus Gerald McClellan. And Gerald McClellan was able to knock out one of the most powerful punchers in our era by incorporating some of these techniques. So let's break it down. There are four parts of this fight. Number one, McClellan starts off by using his reach. Okay, so we'll see what he does here whenever Julian Jackson tries to land the right hand, or whenever Julian Jackson tries to cut the distance. He will use his reach in order to avoid Julian Jackson from entering the mid-range or the inside range where he's most dangerous at, right? And so we'll see it again once more on this sequence. Here Jackson will try to set up a big shot by throwing some jabs, and then McClellan will use his reach and he'll put it on the right shoulders of Julian Jackson to avoid Jackson from using that right hand. Although he did use it here, it didn't have a lot of pop in it because the shoulders was being controlled by Gerald McClellan. And he pushed it down, as you can tell, he pushed it down right there. We'll see him use his reach once again here to avoid the right hand. So Jackson will try to land this right hand here, and watch the left hand of McClellan. It's on the right shoulder of Jackson to avoid Jackson from landing that right hand. Because McClellan is so tall, he can do these things, right? He can use his reach to avoid his opponent from entering inside. So because Jackson found such a hard time landing his right hand from the reach, he will try to go over the top of the lead hand of Gerald McClellan. So we'll see what happens here once he actually lands a right hand. On this sequence, he finally lands a right hand. Y'all see that? He finally lands a right hand. And so McClellan, because he keeps on moving to the left, Julian Jackson was able to time him. So whenever he moved to the left, that's when Julian Jackson will throw the right hand. So McClellan will move here, he moves to the left, and then Jackson will time him whenever he pivots and whenever he's moving to the left. And so Gerald McClellan actually uses his own momentum against him, because whenever he moves to the left, he's in a path for the right hand, and there he throws another right hand on McClellan. And then there he tries to throw it again. Here, McClellan tries to move to the right to avoid that right hand. But Jackson stops him by throwing a left hook and bringing him back to the left side and forcing McClellan to move to the left once again. There, he throws another left hook, forcing McClellan to move back to the left. And so that was part two, okay? He landed the right hand because McClellan was constantly moving to the left side, and he timed him. Now, although Jackson started landing solid right hands on McClellan, he still found a hard time going over the top. So we'll see how hard it is, and we'll see why he found such a difficult time doing that. So McClellan will again use his reach here to avoid the right hand over the top. Jackson tried to go over the top, but the problem is McClellan is so long and so tall that whenever Jackson tried to throw that right hand, it was so hard to land. And so one of the things that Jackson tried to do is to force McClellan to give up this reach, or to stop doing this, stop sticking out his lead hand like that, okay? So he wanted to stop McClellan from doing this because he found such a hard time countering over the top. And then here we'll see it once again. He'll try to land over the top, but it was so hard because McClellan is so tall and so long that whenever you throw that, it just keeps on falling short. It keeps on falling short. You know? And we'll see it again here. I'll try to land this right hand, but McClellan is so damn long, he just throws a check hook and counters him. And then he throws a right hand there that actually landed, so props to Julian Jackson for that. And here he'll do it again. He'll try to go over the top of the right hand, but again, McClellan is too long. He was not able to land it. It just went on the back of the head of McClellan, and he was not able to land it. So in order to force McClellan to stop doing this and to give up that reach, give up that height advantage, and stop sticking his lead hand out, what he does here is he tries to throw a right hand to the body. He tries to throw right hand to the body. Because here's the thing, when you're in such a position where you're sticking your lead hand out, you're actually opening up the left side of your body. So watch that. When you stick your lead hand out, you're opening up the left side of your body. And so Julian Jackson took advantage of this by throwing right hands to the body, right? And so now McClellan is left with two choices. He can either give up that reach and protect the body, block those body shots, or he can still do that, but instead of trying to block the body shots, he needs to back up a little bit. He needs to manage the distance well. He cannot just stay in that position. And here, Jackson will try to do it again. He'll try to take advantage of that thing that McClellan does by throwing a right hook to the body. And so McClellan tries to stick out that lead hand. Jackson tries to throw a right hook to the body, so that McClellan will be forced to give up this reach and then block the left side of his body. Right there, he blocked the left side of his body and he gave up that length. And he'll try to force McClellan again. Once again, when you're in this position, the left side of your body is open, and so Jackson took advantage of this by throwing right hands to the body and try to force McClellan to give up that distance and block those shots. But the problem is, McClellan started moving. He starts to move against the right hand. And so you'll see it here, he'll actually start to jab around while moving to the left. And so Jackson finds it harder to, number one, throw a right hand to the head, because whenever he throws a right hand to the head, McClellan pivots around, and whenever he throws a right hand to the body, he just misses, you know. And we'll see it again here. McClellan will start moving, jab him right there, and he'll start to move around. And so Jackson now cannot land the right hand to the head, because whenever he tries to throw it, McClellan pivots, and whenever he throws a right hand to the body, McClellan is constantly moving, so it's really hard to land that shot. So by taking away the right hand and by keeping Julian Jackson at a distance, McClellan was able to knock him out, okay? And so here's the knockout blow. He'll throw a right hand straight down the pipe, and then he'll throw a left hook between the gloves and right on the face. And here's the second knockout. Here he'll try to set it up by sticking his lead hand in between the gloves of Julian Jackson, and he'll throw a right hand straight down the pipe as well. And that was the end of the fight. Alright guys, that was it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys soon, and subscribe if you're new. I'll upload more videos. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you have any requests, just comment it down below and I'll be happy to do those. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace.